All right, TikTok and YouTube. Just want to show you a little video today of something I already in the process of working on, and I kind of decided halfway through to start filming this. But this is the side that isn't done yet. So what had happened was this car was jacked up improperly when changing tires, and consequently, what happened is you get quite a massive gap here. If I look down, you can see how far it sticks out. And what happens underneath here is if you jack too close to the edge here, you're pushing up on this fender here and you're bending it up. Like there's a little ridge underneath there. You'll see it when I show you on the other side. But what that does is it pinches it up and then it makes that bulge out. So I'll show you what I've done so far. So here is the other side of the vehicle, and I have already done the work to this one. So there is a rubber rocker guard that fits in all these little slots here and on the bottom as well. I took that off. I'll show you how I did that in a bit. But ultimately, what I did here is this lip right here was bent up, and I took a wooden block and I bashed it down, and in doing so has essentially, I don't know if you can really tell, but it flushed out. Like this wasn't as bad as the other side, but it definitely straightened it all out. So it was maybe half the distance or maybe 2/3 of the distance of what the other side was. So I know it kind of looks a little bit rusty there, but actually that's just surface rust. I'm pretty happy with what it looks like here. So I'm going to clean that all up and I'm going to rust coat it and paint it, and that should be good for the life of this car. But anyways, that's what I'm done so far. So I'll show you a little bit about that strip that you got to take off here, this rocker guard. So here's the rocker guard when it's off, and it sits just like that, this being the front, and there's a couple different clips on it. So you have these you see from the bottom of the car, and how they work is there is a clip here that this fits like so. It clips into this piece here. Alright, I just wanted to make a video here about how these clips actually work. They fit into the bottom of those rails. You can see this clip right here. It's broken on the bottom, but you know what I mean. So it would have slid into the notch on the panel here, and then they just literally, you can hear that little bit of a click. I was watching what I was doing, not on camera here. Do that again. Anyways, you can just hear that little click. So they don't really sit in there really nice, but they don't pop out. So to get them out is just a matter of a screwdriver in the back and yeah, you just push some pressure on the tab right there and push that back, and it gets out. Very simple. Okay, I was talking about these bottom clips here and how we were looking at it from this side, but that just gets the bottom part of this. The other part is from the top. If you look right here, there are these clips here, and this one I believe is actually rotated. It should be in such a way that the release pin is at the top. So when you're looking down at this, you're pushing a screwdriver on this release tab here, and then that'll pop out. So that's how you start on one end and you work your way back. I mean, you could probably pull them and give them a release, but you either break this or you'll break this tab. So it's kind of good to get a bit of a release going here. So, I mean, having said that, maybe this one was popped out already, so I'm not sure if this one was meant to be sideways instead of having the tabs kind of 90 degrees and turned up. I guess we'll see. Actually, now looking at that one, you can see that one has two tabs, like one on each side. Hold on, where am I here? Okay, there. One on that side and then one on this side. These here only have the one tab. They only have the one tab on the top. So when you push that, that'll release this out and it'll pull out. And you just work your way down the whole piece here. So here is the piece that's on the vehicle right now. I'm going to try and get that off. We'll do the bottom tabs first, and then we'll do the side tabs. So hold on and I'll set up. Okay, I just want to show you the damage underneath this vehicle here. There's your gap, there's the rocker guard, and then underneath here you can see it's relatively straight. It starts getting bent out a bit, and here this is all mashed all to pieces here. So this has been pushed up severely, and I'm hoping when I straighten this out, it's going to pull this fender down and straighten things out. So we're going to start right here. I don't know, this one looks like it's pretty bashed up pretty bad. This might be broken already, but it seems to be holding on here. So I'll start here and I'll work over to this one and then further down, and we'll figure things out here. So I'll get set up. So the reason we got into this trouble with this starting up is I believe my kids were jacking this up, and they were just jacking on this edge right here, and that would in turn put pressure on this panel and push it up. Good thing it hasn't buckled or anything, but that's what the problem was. You're actually supposed to be quite a bit further in when you jack it up. And there is a cross member underneath there. And I'm going to get underneath that. Okay. I'm going to jack it up and we'll set her up after. Okay, I don't know how the glare is going to work out here, but we'll see if we can get this off here. This one's pretty broken up here. I can see nothing's really holding it. So this one was easy. You can see it's loose already. Okay, so that's one. And there'll be a top clip in here. And this one, it might just break out. We'll see. Okay, let's work on this one. Okay, trying to center my camera here. Okay. Okay, this very front clip, you can kind of see this nib right here. No, it's not focusing right here, but that one's broken. This top, no, I don't have to worry about that. So, the next one, if I pry out here, is right under my thumb. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to push that little tab down from the top here. So I can't hold the camera and do it, so I will try it. I'll get back. Okay, as I said, I couldn't hold the camera, but all I did, I went down with the screwdriver and I pushed on that tab right there, and it popped right out. So I'm going to do all the rest of them down. I'll have to open that back door, but we'll get this off here. All right, so I started at the front and I worked my way down, and they just went pop, 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 pop. I had it all done in about a minute, or less than a minute even. So now we'll work at straightening out the front. All right, so I got the camera set up here. Hopefully you can see me kind of do a little bit of repair and see this panel move in real time here. So I'm just gonna hammer on these pieces here to straighten it out and see if I can get it to move a bit. That's all I did on the other side. Look at that, man. Wow, would you look at that? No more piece. So that's what I say. This still needs some straightening out, and I will do that with the hammer and the dolly, but gone. Look at that. Perfect. So I'm going to clean that up and, let's say, straighten it all up. Take off whatever peeling paint is. I wire wheel it and put some rust proofing on it, and it will be done. So that should be it for my tutorial on how to fix that. It might be a problem with some other GM vehicles, but I know now, don't jack on this piece here. So thanks for watching. It's Dave at Retire Ready, and we'll talk to you soon.